Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. I'm working with the September Hip Kit collection, which is filled with a beautiful color combination of patterns and prints. I will also be creating with the awesome September Embellishment Kit and using the stamp in the color kit today. I can't wait to share this project with you. In my previous video, I shared the entire September collection. If you missed it, there is a link at the top of this video and in the description below. From the kit, I'm going to be using this lovely Go and Be Amazing paper. The pattern circles are so much fun, and I can't wait to share what I have planned. I'm also going to bring in the September New Day Embellishment Kit. In this kit, you will receive 2 sheets of cardstock stickers, mini puffy stickers, floral die cuts, mini chipboard stickers, vellum die cut tags and labels, and these tassels. The memory I'm recording is all about how much our daughter loves to read, so I also want to use the new Books September cut file. As I create this layout, I'll bring in a few additional supplies. I will list those in the description below, along with a link to this Hip Kit collection. I have selected an amazing photo our daughter took while she was enjoying her favorite hobby. She has an adorable little farmhouse where she can sit out under the trees and read her favorite books. I'm going to lay this cut file at the base of the page and use those circles as a border at the top. Since most of you know how to fill in a cut file with paper, I'm going to go off camera, add some backing to this row of books, then I'll come back and show you how to assemble the page. I have backed that cut file with some lovely patterns from the September kit, and I'm going to place my photo over here on the left in the open space above those books. I am sitting those circles at the top, which is going to create a lot of color on the page. When I have brighter hues, I like to bring in a bit of black. So I'm going to mark a few areas on this layout, and I'll bring in the stamp from the color kit. The color kit for September includes a stamp, dies, and layering stencils. I am using a stamping press so that I can re-stamp the images if I make a mistake. This also makes it easier to stamp just one of the flowers since they are both attached together on a single stamp. Now that the florals are added, I'm going to bring in a little splatter with black ink. The florals are allowing me to add more to my background without adding color, and the black makes the colors really pop. I cut out the circles from the Go and Be Amazing paper with a stitched die. This gives the illusion of sewing without all the work. To make sure they sit straight across the top of the page, I created a line with a pencil. I'm going to overlap the edges of these slightly so that I can add some texture. I chose patterns and colors that match the ones I used in the books. To make sure it appears balanced, I placed violet on either end, followed by pink, then a few warmer colors. I have trimmed the tops of the circles even with the page, and I'm going to use the leftover bits to create a second layer of circles. I am having to lift a few of these slightly to get them to fit. As I continue to build this cluster of embellishments, I would love it if you tap the subscribe button and let me know that you're new here. If you're already a subscriber, let me know that you're enjoying today's project by tapping the thumbs up icon or leaving me a comment below. I would love to know how you would use those circle shapes in that Go and Be Amazing pattern paper. This border is a simple way to use the circles in the Go and Be Amazing paper. You could create a single row of circles or add multiple layers like I did. You could create that scallop pattern along the base of the page also. Off camera, I added zigzag stitches across the top of the circles and placed this page onto a piece of Swim Fest blue cardstock. The frame is going to help draw your eyes to the photo amidst all the bright colors. One of the things I like about that book's cut file are the additional separate bookplate images. I'm choosing to keep them white, but you could cut them from other colors or from a metallic paper if you wish. Now that all my pieces are down, I'm going to bring in some items from the embellishment kit. I'm going to start with a vellum tag that will slide out from behind the photo. This is going to hold my story. Around the side of the photo, I'm going to bring in some more weight to help that photo stand out. I'm being cautious how much color I add to this. Most of the items are going to fall within the blue family or have white backgrounds. I am going to repeat that circle shape from the top border to create consistency on my page. As I add the elements, I'm attempting to create visual triangles with colors in the borders and in the books. This final yellow tag does just that. It creates a nice line from the yellow at the top to the photo to the yellow book. On the left side of that photo, I added my elements near the black floral stamp. So I'm going to add most of the elements in the books under the stamped image. I'm going to start by adding circle pieces that match this circle border and circles around the photo. To bring in a few more florals like the stamps, I'm going to add those to each of the clusters also. Some of the florals I'm using are taken from other embellishments like this little puffy alarm clock. The scale of the leaves match the little circle I want to add, so I carefully trimmed them off the alarm clock and tucked those leaves under the circle. Not only will these match the stamped images, they also create cohesiveness on the layout. As I add these items, I'm using the book plates as my anchor points. While you watch this come together, pay attention to how those anchor points prevent the items I'm adding from feeling like they're just placed randomly on the page. So one of the difficult tasks right now is to make sure the little clusters I'm adding blend in with the books. If they contrast too much, they'll look disjointed and take over this part of the page. When I am creating clusters over multiple colors, I find that it's easier to layer the embellishments over similar colors and patterns. Another way to create balance is by a repetition of shapes and images. As I said earlier, I am adding florals to every cluster, but I'm also adding a repetition of circles, butterflies, and black and white phrases that are similar to the one near the photo. The final item I need to add is a title. Now, this is where I am struggling a little bit. With so many colors on this page, I need to keep that white space around the photo because I want that photo to remain the focal point. I'm attempting to layer the title next to the photo, but it feels a bit unbalanced and it takes up a lot of the negative space. I'm going to try to move it down, but again, focus is taken from the photo. I'm even trying to bring in more items like florals or circles or other phrases, but it's starting to feel a little overcrowded on this side of the layout. I'm going to take a little break, figure this issue out, and then I'll bring back my finished layout and show you what I decided. So here's the completed page with the title. After looking at it for a few moments, I realized that I needed to create a line from the top of the page to the photo to the books. Earlier on, I had stamped those black flowers to create a visual triangle on the page. Placing the title next to that third set of flowers created that line. The title in this is blue like the photo frame, and I added a black and white sticker like the ones near the photo and in the books. I also brought in a small cluster of flowers to match all the others. This allowed me to keep all of that lovely white space and not overwhelm the page. I'm going to share a few close-ups of this design so that you can see the lovely details. Today, I shared a unique way to use the Go and Be Amazing pattern paper and shared a few tips and tricks for creating balance on a page with bright patterns. Most of the items I use today are from the September main kit from Hip Kit Club. If you choose to become a member of the Hip Kit Club, you'll save 15% on coordinating items, which can ship free with your monthly kit. So if you want to grab yourself any of the additional items like the color kit or embellishment kit like I use today, it's worth becoming a member. If you'd like to learn more, I have added details in the description below. I do want to thank you for joining me today for another scrapbook project. If you would like to see more of my creations, you can visit my channel or follow Miss Carrie's Creations online. If you have any questions about this project or the supplies listed below, feel free to leave me a comment. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.